and Andy and I made supper, and we cooked a lot of potatoes because we thought that would be real handy for him to have, yeah. But he didn't know that, and while we were eating, he said, one thing I never do is, I don't care much for is fried potatoes or anything. I remember that. So Andy and I looked at each other and we cooked all these potatoes. But anyway, we went to the show, and I don't remember what show it was. It was in the next town. And we came home, and that was it. And then about a month later, there was a phone call for me on a Saturday morning. So the lady of the house called me, and I came downstairs and got the phone. And it was the telephone operator in town. And she said, you better stay home today. She said, Oliver Gilbertson's been trying to call you the last 3 Saturdays.
Oh,
so I stayed home and he called.
And he did call.
Now that's my story.
I love it.
I'm sticking by it.
Wow. Now, what was your first date?
Well, we went to a movie. That's all we ever did.
Yeah. So you saw every Saturday
and
every movie?
It was hard times, and of course in those days, the men bought all the tickets and bought the food and everything, you know. And so lots of times, rather than stop for something to eat after the movie, we went generally to a movie in Long Prairie, but sometimes in Eagle Bend. But when we'd go in Long Prairie, then when we got to Browerville, we'd stop at a bar. And women never went in the bar, and especially not school teachers, but they had good sandwiches. So Oliver would go in and buy a couple of sandwiches and bring them out, and maybe a couple of bottles of pop, and we'd have lunch in the car. Because that was cheaper than going in.
Oh, sure, that would have been that.
And besides that, a woman couldn't go in, and where they had the good
let alone a
hamburgers.
school teacher.
When did you have a double date with Wendell and Eloise when he?
That was at college at Gustavus.
Oh.
Eloise and some friend of hers went out together, and they had a coupe. The guy had a coupe, so Eloise had to sit on this guy's knees in the coupe.
Yeah.
When they got out of the car, his knees were asleep and he fell down. And then one night when she'd been out with this guy, Wendell, she came back to the dormitory and she was late. And Helga, the woman,
house mother,
she had to come and let her in. And she said to her, Eloise, where have you been? And Eloise said, paradise. Helga got so surprised, she just let her go. She didn't know what to say.